Hello students. Okay. Now good evening, and my dear students, today we are going to start unit 2. Okay, unit 2, and in unit 2, suggesting, advising and persuading, 3 commands we are going to read. Suggesting, advising and persuading. All right. Yes. Now my dear students, you see in unit 2 you can see there is one letter. Okay, one letter is there, and it is written by Nima to her brother Lavka, and Nima she has written this letter from UK, United Kingdom. Okay, she has written this letter from United Kingdom to her brother Lavka. All right, and what do you find in this letter? See, in this letter, first of all, the person who is writing the letter, his address is at the top. Yes. Now please slide. You can see in the text, slide. Okay. In this letter, in the first part, what we have seen, just you can see in the first part, in slide. Okay, in letter, at the top of the letter. Okay, letter, top of the letter, you can see there is a written the River Dee Field, Chester, UK, and it is written on 21 April 2015. You can see the page number 12 and 13, page number 12 and 13, page 12, you turn the page of your textbook, page 12 and 13. Okay, page 12 and 13, Nima's letter to her brother. Okay, Nima's letter to her brother is there, and in this letter what we have seen, Nima she has written this letter to her brother Lavka. Okay, let me see here, you can see, look at me, you also turn the page and see. Okay, just you show me. Now dear students, okay, see, please look at me, what is here in this letter. Okay, in this letter what we have seen, first of all, in letter it is a personal letter. Okay, and the sister she has written to her brother, it is a personal letter. Okay, in personal letter we can find personal matter, there is a address, English date is there, English date you find, yeah, and the person who is writing the letter, his name is at the down, yes, it written, and the in letters there is a salutation, subscription, subject matter, English date, address, addressee, different items are there. Okay, fine. But here in this letter, what is fine? This letter is about English language. Yes, what are the steps of what are the steps of we can say improving the English? What are the ways of improving English, my dear students? How to improve English language? There are some steps so that we can improve the English language. All right. Yes. First of all, in this text, if you read the text, you find some of the words are there used, the very common, and some words are difficult. All right. So some of the important words and their similar meaning I have pointed out here. You just see. Okay. Just like first you see attributes. The words attribute is used there in the letter, means qualities, features. The words attributes means qualities or features. The word conscious means aware, conscious, we must be aware about the subject matter, conscious, aware. Expression, act of representing, expression means act of representing, expression of feelings, views. Now, okay, fraternity, friendship, good relation. Now, my dear student, fraternity, good relation, friendship, yeah, similar words. Internalize, make feelings, internalize, yeah, feelings, this is. And another, lingua franca, very common topic is here. Lingua franca means common language. Sometimes we listen or heard some language are common, it means spoken by maximum people, alright. It is spoken by maximum people, yeah. People use one language which is very common in the society, in the community. They feel very easy to speak, that is lingua franca, alright, lingua franca, okay. Now, just like if you see English language is lingua franca, why? Maximum people of the world in English society, maximum people they use English language, alright. So, it is a lingua franca of English people, English. Now, lingua franca, okay. Now, this is, and promote means to help to grow, promote, from promote, promotion, just to help to grow, yes. Sentiments, feelings, sentiment means feelings, we have different feelings, positive feelings, negative feelings, alright, yes. Now, students, another word, significance, importance, significance, importance, importance, alright. And verbally means orally, orally, verbally means orally, in words, spoken words, yeah, orally, yes. If we utter any sound, it comes in verbal form. If we utter any sound, it comes in the verbal forms, alright. This is called verbal matters, okay, orally. These are the some of the words used in the text. Some of the important words I have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 words which are very important. Without understanding the meaning of these words, you cannot understand the complete meaning of the text of this letter, my dear students, okay. And what do you find? Yes, why people use lingua franca, why people use common language? Some language is very common, you know, which is spoken by maximum people. Just like in Nepal, if you see, the Nepalese language is spoken by maximum people here. In English, in England, maximum people they use English, lingua franca of that particular land, particular country, yes, particular state, particular area, right. This is the lingua franca, alright. And see, according to this letter, Lapka is living somewhere in the remote village of Nepal. He is from remote area of Nepal. And Nima, she is living in UK, London, yes, UK, United Kingdom. London is the capital. United Kingdom is the, you know, country. British, you know, British imperialism, yeah. British people, they were very clever in the world, yes. And now, my students, yeah, English, anglicize, English, anglicize. You might have heard the word anglicize, English. If you go on studying the history of English, you can find anglicize, the verb of English. Now, and this language, whenever the British people they went, they make different places colonize, and they started ruling over there, and they started to teach the people language. They started to adjust in the society with the native people. They are the foreigners, they are not native. Native means those who are born in a particular area, place, they are native people. Yes, we are native people of Nepal, but British, they are not native of Nepal, they are the native of UK, United Kingdom, alright. Now, so they started to develop language, and that language slowly and gradually is spoken by maximum people of that area, and it becomes the lingua franca, alright. If we are going to use any language again and again, if the particular language is spoken by maximum people in the area, it becomes lingua franca, common language, yeah, spoken by the people. Yes. Now, and Nima, she is suggesting her brother to learn English effectively, to perform English language in better ways. So, there are some steps, all right. Yes, according to English people, yes, it is their native language. They use this language as a native language, official language in England, okay. But here it is not our first language, okay. Yet now our first language is Nepali. Yeah. Now we use Nepali language here in our country. Likewise, so while reading how to improve English, the concern is how to improve English. Nima, she is suggesting her brother how to improve English. It is language. So, language, when we practice more, we improve that language. If we practice less, it won't be more effective. Yes. Now, students, please look at here. According to Nima, she gives some suggestions, she gives some tips, she gives some ideas to improve the English language in this letter. Okay. Now, students, you can see the letter in your textbook, you see, and underline these words are written, these sentences are written, these words, phrases are written there, underline. The first steps she has pointed out is listening to radio program. In radio program, the programs are given in English, especially listening to radio means listening the program of radio in English, all right. Listening the radio means listening the program which are conducted in English, which medium of communication is English. If the more you practice, the more you improve. The more you read, the more knowledge you get, all right. So, now listening to the radio program, it is one of the steps of improving English. First steps, okay. She has given to her brother how to improve English. Without learning English, you cannot apply for the further countries. You cannot read the different books of the world. You cannot understand the news of the world. All right. We are very close to this global world. Now, this world is like a global. We are like one village, global village. One concept has been developed. The whole peoples are now, they are like villagers of one small village. Why? Because of medias, because of communication. Yeah, mostly English language. Now, if we learn English language, then we learn many things very easily. We learn many news very easily. Okay. So, she has given to improve the English by following the method of radio program, listening to the radio program. It is one of these important steps, first steps according to Nima. Second steps, using an English dictionary. Dictionary. Okay. You can find varieties of dictionary in the market. Okay. In the market, you can find varieties of dictionary. Yes. In dictionary, the word formation, word class, its meaning. Yes. You don't find one word has one meaning. No, I don't think so. My dear students, do you think that one word has only one meaning? No. If somebody asks you, the fish is ready. Oh dear friend, the fish is ready. Fish is ready. What do you understand? The fish which is on the pond is ready to take out. Grown up. The fish which is cooked inside the kitchen is ready to eat. Serve. Somebody is coming to serve us. We are having a fish on the table. Yeah, and the fish is ready. How to identify the meaning? Meaning of the words will be different according to time and situation. My dear students, meaning of the words is different according to time and situation. That's why in English we find one word has different meanings according to the time, place and situation. All right. Yes. So, how to learn? We learn through dictionary. If we use dictionary again and again, we get meaning, we get many information, categorization of the words, whether it is adjective, adverb, yes, whether it is noun, preposition, adjective, verb, whatever it is given there. What is the phonetic of these words, what is the linguistic structure of this word also given there. So by using dictionary we learn meaning, we learn pronunciation also, structure, pronunciation, structure of the words, word class, etc. Alright. So second step is by using dictionary we improve English. Okay. Now next, using audio visual materials. By using audio visual material, listening, speaking, improve our English skill, language skill, by listening words, by pronouncing words, by watching movie, by through audio visual matter, audio and visual matter, we can improve the English language. All right. So she has given 30 steps here, and 4 steps to improving English is using English language as lingua franca. If we use English language again and again, if you speak at your home, with your friends, with your colleagues means friends having equal age, colleagues, friends, relatives, family members, obviously your language will be improved. Your language will be improved. All right. So if we use this language as a common language, easy to speak, easy to communicate, then automatically it improves your skill. Communicating skill, communicating skill is one of the important skills of individual, of the human being. All right. So using English language as a lingua franca, as a common language, it develops your skill. Okay, it develops your learning in English. Right. Now, my dear students, fifth point is understanding culture, values and sentiment. Understanding culture and values and sentiments. Understanding cultural, going to the different places, visiting people and their culture. Now sometimes people say traveling is boring. No, I don't think so. Traveling is interesting. Why? We get to know the ways of people, culture of people, the tradition of the people. We learn their languages and we understand so many things. That's why it is good. Okay. So by understanding culture of the people, we can improve the English language. Norms and values, sentiment, their feelings. What is their feelings? How they express? Feelings should be expressed. Okay. So by these 5 steps, by these 5 steps, we can improve English language according to Nima. So now Nima strictly suggests her brother to follow these steps, but who provides the audio visual materials to the students? From where they get problems? If you want to get something, you should move, you should search. Okay. If you have keen interest, obviously students, you will get the matters, but you must have the interest, you might have the feelings, you have the interest of learning. If you have interest of learning, you can get the more information. All right, my dear students. Okay. So I am telling you Mr. Lafka, yes, he is very interested students, and he is the brother of Nima, and he is very interested to learn the English language. Okay. And he is asking to his sister to learn more about the English language. All right. So in this letter we find, these are the main points which are moving in the text. In the letter they are moving. Okay. You find 5 suggestions here, and these 5 suggestions are not only applicable for the Lafka, they are applicable for we students, we people, those who are interested in learning English. All right, my dear students. Okay. Now we are very hopeful, if we follow these steps, we also can easily learn the English language. All right. And we also hope that Mr. Lafka is living somewhere, remote places of our country, and he is getting the tips, he is getting some ways to learn English very easily. Yes, by living in distant places, remote places also. All right. Now, okay. Now, so first steps is listening radio program. Yes, if the sources are not available, we can learn the radio programs which are broadcasting in English, and it also helps to increase our vocabulary, tone patterns, structures, listening capacity. Yeah, it also concentrate our mind, and it helps to pronunciation, to develop the good pronunciation. Yes, to pronounce the words. Okay, it is program or program. Some people say program. Okay, now see. Okay, now development. Some people say development. Okay, now so, and it is, my dear students, learning English means, I already told you in my previous classes, Canadian English, British English, American English, Australian English. 4 English, they different in vocabulary, they different in pronunciation, they different in, we can say, spelling, they different forms. All right, now look at here. So, my dear students, here Nima, she is suggesting to her brother to read English effectively. Okay, to read English effectively. All right, now, and if you go through the first paragraph, if you go through the second paragraph, if you go through the other final paragraph, you can find some of the words here, just like words, some words, very important words, they are used in the text, and they have some similar meaning. I point out here, just like attributes, qualities, features, conscious, aware, yes, expression, act of representing, fraternity, friendship or good relationship, internalize, make feelings, lingua franca, common language, okay, promote, to help, to grow, sentiments, feelings, significance, importance, verbally, orally, okay. So, if we learn any language at first, the first our step is listening. First we listen. After listening, speaking, reading, writing. Listening, speaking. These are the first steps of learning any language. All right. Listening, speaking. Without listening, you cannot speak properly. First step is listening. So, listening to radio program. Nima also focus on listening. All right, listening to the radio program. So, you should develop the listening capacity, listening habit, okay, so that you can develop English language. All right. So, in this later, what do we find? We find some of these steps which are given by Nima to her brother. Nima is living far away in London, British, UK, United Kingdom, we say. Yes, it was most powerful country in the past, which can colonize the United States, if we learn this three. Okay, and British people, they move different places of the world in order to capture the land. Yes, now they were moving in order to capture the land, and whenever they reached, they colonized the places, and they started to rule over there, and they started to use the natural resources of that particular area, and they got advantages from there. Just like India, in India, British, they rule many years. Okay, they rule. Later India became independent. Whenever British they went, they started to teach first their language. They set up their own society there. They established their own society, and they started to use natural resources according to their own wage. All right. So, my dear students, British people, why they are great, why they are clever? Because they learn Latin, they learn Greek. They got so many ideas from Latin and Greek. Maximum writer of English, they learn Latin and Greek, and they got so many ideas in science, in economics, in physics, in chemistry, in many more fields. All right. Yes. So, my dear students, we come to the conclusion that if we go on abroad, first thing is learning language. If we are flying to US, United States of America, it is our prime duty to learn English. Yes, if we are going to London, the person who are going to London for study or job or any conference, his first step is he should improve his English. He should communicate in English. Different conferences, they are conducted in English. All right. So learning English language means learning the culture of British people, learning the values of English people, sentiment of English people. All right. So my point is here, if we are going to improve, our first steps is we should follow these 5 methods as suggested by Nima to her brother. Okay. Now my dear students, first the writer also told here in the book also, yes, English language is widely used language in the world. And why it is widely used? Yes, because many people in the world, they are spoken, they are speaking, yes, and many books of the world, they are also written in English. International news comes in English language. If we learn the English language, we understand the international news, international sports, international events, activities very quickly. Yes. So my point, the writer's point, Nima's point is same. So before going through the international level, we should improve English, and communicating skill is one of the important skill for everyone. All right. Yes. Now Mr. Lafka is also growing young boy who has interested to learn English. That's why he is also going to learn in these ways, my dear students. Okay. Yes, by listening radio program, if the other means of communication are not there, if other means of learning are not there, the radio program is broadcasting different corner of the country. That's why from radio program also, by listening news of English, yes, by listening the program of English, we can learn English, we can improve English. Okay. So this is the main point. Now my dear students, audio visual materials also very important for English language. Listening, hearing, and through visualization. Audio and visual, both audio and visual methods, both are, you can see me, you can listen my voice, audio visual. All right. This is also audio visual. You can see some pictures, you can see some slide, that is also audio visual. Okay. That is also audio visual. All right. So my point is, if we use English language as a common language, it becomes lingua franca. Lingua franca. Please repeat again. Lingua franca means common language spoken by different people. Yes, maximum people of the community. Yes, of particular area. Lingua franca means. Okay. Now, and by understanding the culture, values, it also helps learning English. Yes, learning English means learning culture of English people, learnings, tradition of English people. Okay, that also helps to learn easily. Okay, my dear students, before reading the text, once you please note down these words. Okay, again you underline in the textbook. That's like attributes. First, again attributes. First underline. Conscious you can underline. Expression you can underline, fraternity you can underline, internalize you can underline, lingua franca you can get there, the C, promote, sentiments, significance, verbally. All right. These words first you underline before reading the text. Just go line by line, go through line by line and underline and try to find out the meaning. Just write with a pencil there meaning, and You look at here, these steps, 5 steps, you note down your copy and start learning. Okay. Yes, I showed you the visualization also, text also there, you can see in the book also, and if we do this all activity, it is easy for you to learn. All right. So, telling this much, I would like to conclude today's my lesson here. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you.